Okay, I think we are live. As usual, I screwed everything up. But usually it takes more than 10 minutes to get things under control. I had everyone in the wrong order, and now we're all in our appropriate missing posters, as far as I can tell, and hopefully everybody can hear us on the Twitch. Oh, good, we have a couple of people filing in here. So thank you for joining us live on this Twitch stream of a Cthulhu Dark scenario written by today's director. Is director the right word for Cthulhu Dark, Kat?
I think it's keeper, to be honest.
Keeper? Okay, director,
I'm
keeper.
not too sure. Yeah, I should know, considering.
Didn't you write it?
I wrote bits of it.
So Kat, in addition to writing today's scenario last summer, had a hand in writing Cthulhu Dark. I think maybe I have an older version and it said director there, or a newer version. I'm not even sure. But we're excited. This is the same system that we used to play Fairyland, which Scott Dorward, who's joining us as a player today, ran for us, and that was a lot of fun. So I don't know that we remember how to play, or that our viewers know how to play either, Kat. So I'll turn it over to you to perhaps introduce Cthulhu Dark and the scenario, and then we can all tell you a little bit about who we are and who we're playing as well.
Hi everybody, I'm Kat. I'm going to be I believe it is keeper, but also director today. So Cthulhu Dark is really quite easy. It's such a good game for a roleplay heavy game if you want to play it. It literally is only 2 pages of this entire rulebook. The rest is settings and stories. So there isn't much to know, really. The most important thing is that you have 3 dice. The first dice is your human dice. So they're all D6s. And you roll your human dice if you're investigating or doing something within your human capability. So if you are investigating, looking through cupboards, that sort of thing, that's a human dice. It's assumed that as a normal person, you can do that thing. The second dice is your occupation dice. If you feel that at any point your job, or in these investigators' case, their A levels, which is the basically your A level is sort of something that you do before you go to university or college. If you feel that they are applicable, you can say, well, I've studied geography, so I know the lay of the land, or I know stuff about lakes or things like that, and you can blag it, and therefore you can roll your occupation dice. The third dice that you have is your insight dice. So your insight is also known as insanity or sanity, however you want to go about labeling it, but in Cthulhu Dark, it is insight. You all start with an insight of 1. You are all relatively kind of unfazed. You haven't had anything weird-ish happen to you in a reasonable amount of time. What may have happened in your history? But you start off with 1. You can roll your insight die to try and get a better number, but in doing so, you then need to make an insight check. If your insight is higher than the 1, it will go up, and it will become 2. The next time you make an insight, if it's higher, you go up. So your insight is tracked by that insight die. So you can use your insight to gain further knowledge, but in doing so, you may see things or understand things that you should not understand and that you should not be seeing. So use it carefully, because when you get to 5, you are beyond terrified, you are fearful, you don't want to be in this situation. You can bring your insight down by actively trying to hinder the investigation or destroying anything that is abnormal or weird. But in doing so, you may hinder finding out what's happening in the story.
I'm so familiar with that mechanic from Fairyland.
When you get to 6, you have lost all cognition, all ability to function. You essentially have gone insane is perhaps the way of putting it. You will then retire your character. Now, I tend to give you leeway on how you retire your character, whether that be you run off into the woods or jump off a bridge or whatever it is that you fancy doing. In the context of the game. If it doesn't quite fit, then don't worry, there will be some guidance. But it really is down to you. I have had some people embrace it in that they have embraced the monster and done some very interesting things when they've gone insane. So yeah, it's really down to you players how you want to do it.
I'm sorry, there will be monsters? Is that
right? There may or may not be monsters. If you also, the other thing is that when you go up an insight, you are temporarily in a fear state or a terrified state. The lower that it is, it's not as extreme, but obviously the higher that you go, the more extreme you'll fear. So that's something that you can also role play as well. Failing. If you think it is funny, or if you think the story would be more interesting if I failed, or if other players failed, you can roll a failure dice against them. And if your failure dice is higher than their dice, they fail. You can describe how they fail. So it might be that they're running along and they trip over a branch. It might be that they go to open a door, but they pull the doorknob off. It's entirely down to you how they fail. You have to tell me before you roll so that I have a little bit of time to know how to then fit it into the story. That's all I ask. You can roll your failure dice against me as the GM. So if something is chasing you and I roll really high, you can roll your failure die to try and get the failure die on top to try and get away. But then another player can then roll against you, then you can go around in a circle. So it's quite an interesting mechanic. I have been dicked over by that several times.
I'm so screwed. I forgot about that.
We can just assume that I'm always going to be rolling against Cup, because that's just what happens when we play this game.
That's right.
Yeah, I have been told that Cup is usually the first to die.
Yeah, I don't play smart, I guess.
You can try again. So if you roll a dice, if you roll your human die and you don't succeed or you don't get a result that you feel is very useful to you, you can roll your insight die along with that dice. But if your insight goes up, your insight goes up.
Yeah.
So if you roll higher than your insight, it goes up. So you're risking by doing that, but it is an option. You are able to re-roll as many times as you like. I tend to put a caveat in as a house rule that if after about the third time it's still not going in your favor, to ensure that we move along and we keep the flow of the game going, we just say that you give up or something along those lines.
That's fair.
You can cooperate. So
don't worry, skip this. Just skip.
I feel like skipping that part because we'll come to that. Fighting. So Cthulhu Dark. If you try to defeat any supernatural creature by fighting it, you will die. There is no argument. You are immortal. You are squishy and made of like meat and blood. If you try to fight a monster, it's going to eat your face. So hiding, escaping, alternatives are really what's pressed in this. If you're fighting something that's not supernatural, we'll do contested rolls, but we'll cover that if we come to it. So that's really it, to be honest. That's kind of all of the rules in a nutshell. Now, that's a lot to take in. It is got a very simple system, but if anything does disappear out of your brain, just let me know, because I can go back to it. The other thing about insight, this is a house rule on my part, I'm not the only one who can call for an insight check. If you think at any point that somebody should be making an insight check, you can say, I think that deserves an insight check, and I will make the decision yay or nay about whether or not they do need to. But you can also make the decision to roll an insight check yourself if you think you are freaked out enough. So essentially that's Cthulhu Dark in a nutshell.
Thank you. I feel like I should quit now. There's too much control in the hands of my fellow players for me to survive this.
With that degree of paranoia, I think you should be making an insight check now.
Check to see if Rena's carrying a gun this time.
So we do have a couple people in the chat. So I just Miss Moogle 85 is here. Joe from How We Roll is here. So we're already drawing celebrities into the Twitch stream. But thank you, Kat. That was a good overview of the rules. I had forgotten half of that, even though I felt like I had a good grasp on things. But yeah. So in terms of who's playing today, Rena, do you want to? So Rena Henze playing Elizabeth Atkins. Do you want to give us an overview of what you're up to in your real life? What are you working on?
Yep. So I just completed, at least on the main feed, the Mr. Corbett arc with Ain't Slayed Nobody. So if you haven't heard that, you really should. It's got me in it. What more could you want? I'm currently recording a 3 or 4 part arc with the D&D podcast, The First Watch. So that'll be out in a couple months. We're recording now. They're a really great podcast. Should check them out. And I've got a few other fun things in the works that I'm not allowed to talk about yet, but I'll tell you about them when I can. If you want to hear about those, I'm on Twitter at snarky_Romulan. And you can also find me on the Ain't Slayed Nobody Discord, the Good Friends of Jackson Elias Discord, and the How We Roll Discord. So I'm there pretty much all the time when I'm not on Twitch.
Wonderful. How about you, Scott? You always have your hands in a million things. Scott Dorward as Hayden Atkins. What are you up to?
Well, obviously, yes, still going ahead with the Good Friends of Jackson Elias, putting out fairly regular episodes there. The next thing that we're putting out, well, we're doing a long arc on H.P. Lovecraft's The Whisper in Darkness, really digging into that story and looking for gaming inspiration in it. And also, I'm quite excited that next week I've got an interview with Matthew McLean, who's the writer, producer, and star of a podcast called A Scottish Podcast, which, if you've not heard it before and you're a fan of Lovecraftian horror and off-color comedy, you should definitely give it a try. Let's see. Apart from that, I'm still doing The Two-Headed Serpent with How We Roll. I'm halfway through running Catland for you good people. And I'm also halfway through recording Bleak Prospect with Pretending to Be People. So, yeah, I think I'm doing all the podcasts at the moment.
Very good. No, that's cool. Are you recording locally? Your audio is good, but it has that little bit of chop in it. So I would just say if you are, stop the local recording.
No, I'm not.
Okay, it's not nearly as bad as that one time. It's fine. But if you were recording locally, I was going to tell you to stop. That's all.
No,
now I've made you paranoid. If you could roll insight on that. and Kat, you who so generously agreed to run this for us. You're also a tremendous artist. So can you tell people how to find all your stuff?
Yeah, sure. So you can find me at Catherine Jenkins Art on Twitch. I have put a couple of messages into the chat, but I will post a link in there possibly at the end if anybody wants to head on over. But yeah, I Twitch stream 3 times a week, Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday, mostly fantasy and horror art. I'm currently writing this for myself, so I'm hoping to self-publish this. And that's about it really with what I'm doing at the moment. So yeah.
All right, perfect. And we are running Catland with Scott on Patreon, so that's patreon.com/ain'tslayed. We need to schedule part 2, but I'm sure we will do that sometime before 2021. And I'm pretty sure.
Jinx it, Cup.
Yeah, I know. We did just finish Mr. Corbett, as Rena mentioned. Today's intermission has our trailer for Unland, which we've already published that. If you haven't listened to it, I think episode 3 of Unland is my favorite thing that we've ever done. And of course, Scott ran that for us. It was me and Wes from Ain't Slayed Nobody, and Joe and Owen from How We Roll. And Joe, who I don't know if he's still in the chat, but had one of the best role play performances I've ever encountered. Yeah, it was fantastic. So check out Unland. Other than that, the main arc keeps chugging along for Ain't Slayed Nobody. And now I'm excited to play Last Summer, and I'm a little worried about it, but I'm excited. So Kat, what are we getting ourselves into?
Don't be worried. It's fine. It's fine.
You won't be worrying for long.
I'm a nice director. It's fine. It's fine.
Well, I'm used to Scott, so I figure it's got to be more generous.
Oh no, I'm nowhere near as bad as Scott. It's fine. I've played in Scott's games.
Wonderful.
So, essentially, guys, the story as you start, you are all in a village called Oldkirk. It is a small English village, sort of nestled amongst a area of outstanding natural beauty, which is a vast forest called Oldkirk Wood. And you're all in your A levels, which is sort of the between the ages of 16 to 18, your last year being about 17 to 18, before you head off to university or to go off to do apprenticeships or straight into work, whatever it is that you desire to do. Last year, you and a group of friends, which is the group of friends that you are now with, and a very close friend of yours called Summer, went on a geography camping trip to the old Kirkwood. Now, nobody knows what happened, but during that camping trip, Summer disappeared. It was an incredibly stressful time for all of you. She was almost the glue that held your group together. She was somebody who you all felt very, very connected to. She was an incredibly sweet girl, very softly spoken, but she cared deeply for each and every one of you. And in some way, she was there for you when times were difficult. So her disappearance hit you incredibly, incredibly hard. Nobody ever found out what happened to Summer. Her missing posters are still up all over the school. They're all up in the forest itself. They're up on bus stops. A picture of her sort of just staring out with vacant eyes, kind of just gone. And there is a large reward that her parents put out for finding her. Now, you guys still stayed together as a group. In some way, her loss kind of brought you all a little bit closer together. And you managed to kind of just keep going by leaning on each other quite a lot. So you set up a geography study group, which in a way became a little bit of a support group during those first few months where she was gone, and has now become kind of your usual haunt, so to speak. So you're all sat in a classroom on a late Thursday evening after school. Your exams are coming up, so you're starting to put in that little bit of extra effort. It's a little bit stressful. Everybody keeps talking about where they're going to go, who they're going to be, what they're going to do, what jobs they're going to have in the future. And this classroom is quite large. It's for about 30 students, but it is the four of you there. So it's Mark, Hayden, Lizzie, and Samantha. And you do have a chaperone, a teacher called Mr. Blake, who was also with you on the geography trip. He was your chaperone at the time. You guys are all sat round sort of a couple of tables that you've all pulled together. There's papers everywhere. You've been there for probably about half an hour now. And outside, you've got these huge windows. This school's got these really big windows that students can kind of sit at and gaze out and look at the football field or the car park if they can't be bothered to actually do their work, which is most of the time. But they are completely black because it's nighttime, it's dark, and rain is very gently pattering against these windows. And the school lights are this kind of very harsh white light that kind of illuminates these windows, so you can't see anything else beyond. The chairs are uncomfortable, they creak whenever you move, and the tiles on the ceiling are all different shades of yellow. But in a way, this room has become somewhat important to you guys because it's a safe space for all of you. So in terms of kind of your characters, are you all sat around this table, and who are you?
Who wants to go first? I just want to reiterate before you introduce your characters that Kat said we're all close. So remember that throughout the adventure.
Close can mean so many different things, Cap.
Yeah. Keep your friends close. Anyway, sorry. I don't know what I'm saying.
So, Rena, you're first on the overlay. I don't want to put you on the spot, but I just did.
Okay. I'll remember that. So I am Elizabeth Atkins. I go by Lizzie, and I am focusing in drama and art because I want to go to fine arts school. I intend to join the Royal Shakespearean Company eventually because I am just the best. And I'm fairly tall, blonde, blue eyes, wearing very expensive looking designer clothes that you have no idea where they could have possibly come from, and she would never tell you. But I always look super well put together, always very enthusiastic, bubbly, and happy to be here. And I just want everyone to be friends and to be involved. And this is just, I know we've had a rough year, guys, but this is our last year. We've got to make the most of it. Come on, perk up.
Very good. Scott, you're I set this up so I would go last. Scott, you're next in the order.
So yeah, I'm playing Hayden, who's he's the quietest one out of the bunch. He's sort of classically nerdy, bit on the skinny side. Wears not kind of cheap NHS glasses, but certainly plastic rimmed glasses that he's always pushing up his nose, and he's certainly probably the most studious out of the bunch. He's always got his nose in a book because it's easier than talking to people. And he is also Lizzie's brother.
Yes, I know.
Oh gosh, the family's going to stick together. I can already see it. Okay.
Brothers and sisters really hate each other sometimes.
That's true. Maybe I could play to that.
You're already trying to conquer and divide, Cut.
roll insight, both of you.
He's trying to survive.
Take the heat off yourself.
Yeah, I start all of these like painted into a corner. So I am playing Mark Wright, and Mark probably wouldn't describe himself this way, but other people would say he's kind of a hot-headed, stubborn guy. He's quite athletic. His A-levels are physical education is first, but I think that he's realized he will find a better career in IT. So he's really picked up on trying to study IT and maybe pull his life together a little bit since Summer's death. Summer was his girlfriend at the time. Mark also has studied geography because he has no interest in it, but he thinks that will help him get into a better university. And he's here with the group just dressed in gym clothes. He's wearing a tank top and gym shorts and sneakers and, just kind of like slouching, leaning back in his chair, maybe, fiddling with a pencil, staring off at the ceiling, something like that. And, he's not like terribly close to Hayden and Lizzie, but certainly, like Kat said, they've grown closer since the incident with Summer. So he's a little more fond of them now than he once was.
Cool. Samantha is sat. She's decided to sit away from you guys. She says it's nothing personal. It's definitely not the way that Mark smells or anything. But she's got an exam tomorrow. So she's actually just got her headphones in and she's doing some real cram studying. So she's decided to sit sort of a couple of seats away from you, just with her head down, with her headphones plugged into her phone. And she's just trying to sort of get on with it. The teacher, Mr. Blake, he is leaning back in his chair. He looks like he was reading a book, which it's some sort of book about mythology or something to do with, the woods or something like that. But he's actually on his phone. So he's got the book on his lap, and his phone is in the book. And he looks like he might be playing Candy Crush or Bejeweled. He clearly doesn't want to be there. And this room's sort of very cold. It's very much one of those classrooms where nothing feels particularly comfortable. And can you all roll me a human die?
Ooh. Right off the bat.
Messing around here.
I got a 1.
I got a 6.
Oh my god.
Oh fuck.
And I got a 4.
So Lizzie, you feel uncomfortable, and you're looking around, and you sort of look up at the tiles above you, and you notice that the tiles look freshly damp, almost like the water from the rain outside may be coming through the roof. Mark, you're kind of having you're playing with your pencil, and you drop it on the floor, and it rolls underneath your desk. Do you go to pick it up?
Since I acted it out, I think I do.
Yeah.
Yes.
As you reach down to grab this pencil off the floor, your fingers brush the tile, and you notice that the floor is wet underneath your chair. For a minute, you look down, and it's sort of glistening, and you think, "Oh, there's a puddle underneath my chair." But then when you look back, there's nothing there. It's fine. So you think maybe there was something shiny on the, some water or something just in a pocket, and it's seeped through the tiles or something like that.
Nah.
Hayden, you are looking around. Mark's dropping his pen. You're trying to concentrate on doing work. You're looking around. Mark's dropped his pencil. Lizzie's staring at the ceiling. The teacher's playing Candy Crush or whatever it is. And as you look around, your eyes survey these dark windows. And you, for a very brief moment, see the reflection of the classroom door in it. And you see somebody walk past wearing what looks like a yellow kind of dress with blue petals on. And you recognize that dress.
Okay, yeah, I shall jump out of my seat and turn around. Probably knocking Mark's pencil off the desk again.
Hey, watch it, Hayden.
Oh, Hayden, you're so dramatic.
What's your
what
deal?
Now?
What the hell, man?
I take it when I turn around, there's no one actually there.
No, when you look at the door, it's just the hall light, the stark kind of hall lights are on. You can see a little bit of a locker. There doesn't look like there's anybody. The door is open. Usually it's propped open with one of those little door wedges.
Pick up my pencil, Dick.
Come on, Hayden. You
Which
knocked it
one?
off. You
Make
should
up your
pick it
mind.
up.
Look, I've got work to do. I don't have time for this. And I'll sit back
It's a
down.
pencil,
You don't
Hayden.
have time
It
to
takes
pick up my
5
pencil.
seconds.
Just turn to a random page in the textbook.
Oh, you got real creepy. Like we rolled sixes there. it was like a
So, yeah,
connection.
just go back to concentrating entirely on the book.
Yeah.
Okay.
As you're kind of looking down at this book, water just starts to drip onto the back of your hand from the ceiling.
Okay. I shall move my chair down a bit so that I'm not underneath wherever it's dripping.
And Lizzie just sort of spreads her arms and throws herself across the table. I can't work in these conditions. Oh, how do you expect me to get anything done? It's wet. It's damp. Hayden's here. My God.
Aiden's here.
I don't think I've ever expected you to get anything done, Lizzie.
Oh, you're just jealous, Hayden.
I guess I'll
as
pick up my
you're-
own pencil.
Don't be so dramatic, Mark.
Mark, as you turn to pick up your pencil, you kind of lean down to pick this pencil up. And again, the pencil feels damp, which is a little bit weird. But as you straighten back up again, Samantha's gone. You don't remember her walking past you.
Hey, where'd Sam go? What the hell?
Sam?
Hayden. Where'd Sam go?
What? How the fuck should I know?
Jesus Christ.
I'm
Mr.
gonna-
Blake?
I'm gonna pull up my phone and try and text Samantha and see where she's gone because we had plans afterward.
Yeah. In which case you can. So what are you kind of saying in the message?
Saying, "Hey, where'd you go? You, what? Where are you?"
Should I pull up the fancy phone thing?
Yeah.
All right, let me, before you type that, Samantha, let me do some empty characters to clear the dice rolls.
Yep.
Okay, and now it's ready for you.
Okay.
So dramatic.
Oh, this is cool because the thing that I have on our interface actually says like Samantha is typing. That's fun.
Still typing, my God. Sam, you do know that you don't have to write me a full essay every time you respond to a simple text message.
Okay, who else is going to make an insight roll at this stage? Because I am.
Yep. Insight roll,
What?
everybody.
God.
No. Hayden is oddly okay with this.
I got a 3. I am not okay with this.
Okay, who's messing around with the phones?
I need to roll a d6. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, I rolled a 2.
Yeah.
I bet this is one of Sam's pranks. Ugh.
Cool. Okay, so Hayden, you obviously think Sam's either making a really sick joke right now, or this doesn't really freak you out as much as you thought it would. You're not as rattled. Lizzie, this is freaky. Also, really not cool if this is Samantha. Mark, yeah, again, not cool. Like that's your girlfriend, man. So, like that's just a little bit like unsettling.
So it came through as just a text from Summer that said hello. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's how she
I'm
saw
gonna
that.
I'm gonna text back and say, "What the hell, Sam? Not okay. I'm freaking out in here. What the hell?" Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point.
You don't receive a text back.
And we all saw her phone while she did that. Is that right?
So you saw. It depends on if Lizzie was holding that
Okay.
up. But I'm assuming she did. She did.
Is this going to something like a group chat, a Facebook chat, or a WhatsApp
Yeah.
chat?
Yeah. It's like a WhatsApp message.
Oh,
type
okay.
thing.
Yeah, so I've kind of seen on my phone too. Lizzie, what did you get? Did Summer send you a message? What
Someone's messing around.
the fuck?
But how do you do that? Like, how you can't change? Can you change your number? Like, Mark, you know this stuff, right? With the computers and stuff. Or Hayden, someone like, can you change the number so it looks like someone else's number? Like, it's a prank, right? It's got to be a prank.
If you want to roll your occupation, you can, Mark. You can also roll your human die.
Okay, yeah, I have IT, right? So I'll do that. And I think Mark is just like looking at like info on Summer's profile to see like if it's the right phone number and that kind of thing as well.
Yeah.
So I'll roll 2d6 then, I guess, right? 2d6. And I rolled a 4 on my human die and a 2 on my occupation.
Yep, that's fine. I tend to just take the higher number and apply it kind of broadly, rather than otherwise it can get a little bit confusing. But not everybody plays it that way. But that's how we're going to do it for kind of this session.
I like that. Yeah, we're stupid. Or I am.
Oh, cup. Mark, you know that Summer's phone was essentially deactivated. She was also removed from the WhatsApp group because people thought it would be too weird to keep her in it.
Yeah.
So how Summer's phone number is now active, and yes, that is Summer's phone number. You definitely know that that's Summer's phone number.
Right.
You and how it has been added to your WhatsApp group without anybody knowing how it got added to your WhatsApp group is a little bit weird.
I think just not being able to figure it out, Mark's going to go up and demand to see Mr. Blake's phone because he knows he's fucking around on his phone. So
Mr. Blake, yeah.
yeah, I mean,
Ooh.
Sam's not here, so I want to go confront Blake about this because he doesn't like us anyway. I know he doesn't want to be here. So I just go up to his desk and kind of grab for it if I can.
Yeah, he's going to snap his book shut and kind of pull the book away and go, "What on earth are you doing, Mark?"
Sorry, Mr. Blake. Are you messing with us? What are you doing on your phone there?
Well, that's a little bit personal.
If you're messing with us, yeah, it is personal.
What do you mean messing with you? I've just been... He kind of flips his book open and you get this look of shame on his face. I've been playing Farmville.
Okay.
Oh
My
God, that
character
is like
nearly do.
so. That is like so 2015. My God, you should be embarrassed.
It's just going to look over at Lizzie, stroke his beard a little bit and go, yeah, and then tap to harvest his aubergines.
I'm not going to tell him why I wanted the phone.
Why do you want my phone?
Sorry, I thought you sent us a message. That's my fault, Mr. Blake. I've got a temper. Sorry about that. Get back to your Facebook Mafia or whatever it is you're playing.
He's going to kind of he's kind of looking at all of you because you're obviously all staring at him. He's going to kind of look between you and go, what's wrong, guys? Are you all right?
Oh, we haven't been all right for a year. Get with the program.
Well, I know that Summer's disappearance was hard, but it's a bit odd that you're suddenly all... You just look like you've seen a ghost.
Give me that phone. Let me see your phone. He's fucking with us, guys. Oh, sorry for my language, Mr. Blake.
Mark,
No,
I can assure you I am not fucking with you. Do you guys want to roll your human die?
I'm going to get us all killed in the first 5 minutes.
Beaten to death with a Farmville phone.
So embarrassing.
I'm just watching this. I'm not getting involved because if they're going to ruin their academic career over this, I'm not getting tainted with it.
Yeah, just the
I
fact
rolled
that
a 2.
the fact that Mark brought up Summer and said you've seen a ghost made Mark really pissed off at Blake. I think I rolled wrong. How do you roll again?
Roll d6. Roll.
There it goes. I rolled a 5.
Okay.
Wow.
Lizzie, you get the impression that Mr. Blake is not impressed with what's happening right now. He clearly, and you kind of glimpse his phone, and it does look like there is a game. It is just a game on there. Mark, you kind of see out of the corner of your eye, in the reflection in the mirror, Samantha's desk. And you can see that Samantha has left her phone and her headphones there. But her bag is gone. As for the Mr. Blake, you get the impression that he's maybe not as calm as he's trying to act. And he seems to be a little bit more tense than, to be fair though, you did just sort of try to snatch his phone off him, so
yeah, I was pretty aggressive there.
But he's obviously trying to keep this calm sort of veneer up, but he's not particularly calm.
Okay. Are we cool, Mr. Blake? I'm sorry about that. I don't know what's wrong with me. Well, I do, but I'm sorry.
I think guys, that clearly he's going to kind of sigh. He's puts his book away and he puts his phone in his pocket and he kind of looks at you and he says, I think maybe the exam stress and the fact that we are approaching the summer holidays may be having an impact on you all. How about we call the study session there for today, guys? Do you mind if we stop?
Mark's already walking back to Samantha's desk as he's saying all this.
I'm gonna slam my books closed dramatically and go, I can't study under these circumstances anyway. And just
Have you ever found any circumstances under which you can study?
I'm doing very well, thank you, Hayden. You're just jealous, that's all. Jealous of my innate talent and study skills. It's not my fault you have to study harder than I do.
I feel like that burn requires an insight roll.
I do think Mark's just going to march right over to where he saw Sam's phone and pick it up to see what's on it.
Yeah. It's weirdly damp.
Guess, is there a leak in here? What? That looks up at the ceiling.
Yes,
Ceiling looks a bit damp.
The ceiling above Lizzie looks damp. The ceiling above you, Mark, looks pretty dry.
Okay. Damp, like I can actually see water on the screen, kind of damp, or
like you hold it up and it drips.
Oh.
The phone's still working though.
Okay. Maybe Sam went to get some paper towels. She spilled her drink on her phone or something here. But I'm gonna try to see if I can look at her WhatsApp or the group chat.
Yeah, I mean, see, roll me a human die. You again, IT. You can roll your occupation. See if you know any jiggery pokery. I don't know how phones work, so I'm going to assume that you can do something like that.
Okay, yeah, I'll roll 2.
Because I'm a technological moron, so we'll just say yes.
I'll roll 2. Oh, I called the chat hello chat, I guess, so we can call it that if we remember. Roll. As you said, you're a technological moron. I typed in roll D26, so don't feel bad. Oh goodness, 6 is my occupation, so. Yeah, 4 and a 6.
Yeah. So you managed to get into this phone. You open it up.
Oops, sorry, I'm rolling for no reason. Sorry.
And
it's all good. I just broke some things.
You see the following messages.
And is that
insight roll?
Can I tell if that's just to Sam privately or is that to the whole group?
This is to Sam privately. They were sent probably about 10 minutes ago.
All right. Hayden, get over here. What's going on, man? This isn't cool.
What?
What's not cool, Mark?
And I'm going to show Hayden the phone.
Why do you have Sam's phone? That's
She
her
left
personal
it.
property.
She left it here. Summer sent us a message. What do you want me to do?
So you leave your phone on the desk and I can just go through it without your permission?
Stay out of this, Lizzie. Hayden, take a look at this.
She's my girlfriend.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Hayden, tell your sister to let us look at this.
Oh, yeah, because Hayden can tell me what to do. Yeah, that's always worked in the past.
But Hayden was close to Sam's desk, right? So just running to him and showing him the messages from Summer.
Before you can show those messages, Mr. Blake kind of... Guys, I don't know what you're doing with Sam's phone. I don't know what you're doing. But I'm going to go wait at reception. When you're done with whatever this is, you can come find me. I need to lock up. Okay? But
Yeah.
I want to see you there. I want to see you there in 10 minutes. Don't, dig around. And can someone find Samantha, please?
Yeah,
And
that's
he
cool.
he looks exasperated at you all, and sort of gets up. He sings. You can tell he's probably had a long day and doesn't really want to be here. So he sort of leaves the room and goes to he leaves the room into the dark hallway and just walks down. And you sort of see him disappear into the darkness.
Okay.
What's it say, Mark? What's it say? Gimme.
I just added a blank message from Mark for no reason. So don't be confused by that. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to show Hayden first, but if Lizzie comes over, I'll show her. I don't care. I want any feedback I can get on this.
Look, someone's
What
playing
the
a prank.
fuck? She texted me back.
What the? How does she know it's you? And who is? even if it's, how can it be Sam? She only has one phone. But how can they know it's you? It couldn't be. It's got to be Mr. Blake, right? Like, because he saw you holding the phone. That's the only way it can.
Why?
It can be. I don't know, but he saw you holding the phone, and it's the only reason I can explain that someone would know you were holding the phone.
Oh, what do you want to do? Beat the shit out of him?
Well, that's more your area than mine.
Hayden, you're a Poindexter. What's going on here? Did you figure this out?
Look, I guess, I don't know. Maybe Sam's got another phone and she's using this to play some kind of sick trick on us. I don't know.
What the hell? We need to find out who. Like Mark, can you get someone's number? Like, her number was deactivated, right? So someone else has her number now, right?
Look, I'm trying to
they
find out
must-
who this is. I'm politely texting them back.
Politely. That does not sound like the Mark modus operandi.
No, her phone was deactivated, Lizzie.
Right. So someone else could have her number, right? Like, if you deregister a number, someone else can get the number, right? Like that happened.
Somebody's listening. This.
What? What do you mean someone's listening?
So didn't you say modus operandi? Well, I don't speak Latin.
I don't speak anything. You barely speak English.
If you
What
deregister. Oh, geez.
Overall insight. I think there's been a suitable amount of what the fuckery going on.
I'm flustered with these text messages in real life, so I should probably roll insight.
I got
Okay.
I got a 6.
Okay.
Oh
Okay.
goodness.
Yeah,
So did Scott.
I. Yeah, I'm good. Is Mark still holding Sam's phone?
Yes.
And I got a 5.
Okay. Yeah,
So we all
Hayden.
go up.
Hayden at this stage is just got to lose his cool. He's got to look. Stop fucking around, Mark, and just slap the phone out of your hand, probably breaking it on the ground in the process.
Okay, I'm gonna punch Hayden in the face when he does that.
Okay. So
Usually we wait at least an hour and a half.
I was just trying to follow my biography.
I mean, 20 minutes of those was the welcome screen, but still.
Yeah.
Okay. Mark, Hayden, are you dodging?
Yes.
Okay, so you both roll a d6.
Uh-oh.
And whoever gets highest is the one who wins, essentially.
Okay, Hayden won.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Hayden, yeah,
dodges out of the
you
way.
dodge. Yeah.
Well, not just dodges out of the way, but legs it out of the room, just shouting, "You never fucking change, Mark!"
I wasn't trying to hit you. He's trying to play it cool like he did that on purpose. Oh,
Mark,
Christ.
you have to be such a moron. I'm gonna go after Hayden and try and calm him down because he's still my brother.
He broke Sam's phone. What do you want me to do? And then
Well, you were the one who broke into the phone in the first place. For all I know, it could be you sending those messages, and I'm just gonna run out the door.
Why? You're so dense, Lizzie. And then I'm gonna pick up like the fragments of Sam's phone and run out of the room after them.
Takes
Okay.
one to know one, Mark.
I want to get Sam's bag too in case we catch up with her.
Sure. Her bag's actually gone. Her bag.
Oh, the
her
bag
bag
was
had-
gone.
Yeah.
Oh, the headphones. I mean, okay.
It was. Oh, yeah. Headphones and phone. Okay, so, we'll cover this as you ran. So Hayden, you run out into the dark hallway.
Yep.
Or do you just keep running? Are you running home, or do you stop? Or
No, I'm going to go out to the reception area where Mr. Blake is supposedly waiting for us.
yeah, okay. So you run out into this sort of dark hallway, and you kind of make your way down. The hallway feels weirdly longer than, but it might be all the adrenaline.
Yeah.
It might be, you've just, someone's just thrown a punch at you. You're scared, whatever. But the hallway feels weirdly long, and you make your way down, and you could have sworn reception was out the door to the left, just down the hallway, and that was where reception was. But you come face to face with two fire doors. You absolutely no, like you've been at this school for God, since you were in year 7, since you were like 10, but there's 2 fire doors in front of you.
Oh, got turned around somewhere. Yeah, like you say, it's the adrenaline. So, yeah, I'm going to stop for a moment and try to get my bearings, look around, and see where I managed to turn myself around.
Lizzie, you run out into the dark corridor, and you're following Hayden. I'm guessing you're running after him.
Yes.
You run up to Hayden, and he's staring at 2 fire doors. Now, as far as you are concerned, this was the direction of reception.
What the hell? I just ran after you, Hayden. Did you take us the wrong way? You were never very good at getting around maps and things, I know, but like, this doesn't look familiar at all.
Which one of us got an A in geography in the mocks?
Do you want to
Me.
both roll your geography dice?
Just so that Cap can roll against me. Like, what the hell is this? We did go left, right, to the reception?
We got turned around somewhere. We got turned around. Yeah, let's just go this way, and yeah, I'll open up the fire doors because I mean, even if we have got turned around, fire doors they're going to go outside or lead us towards outside. So
Yeah.
we can get round to reception that way.
Mark, you reach down to pick up the fragments of the telephone, and as you're sort of gathering up, the screen is absolutely cracked. The back of the phone's fallen off. And inside the phone, it's not wires, but it seems to be long, kind of tendrily bits of weed. And
Oh, Jesus Christ.
it looks like some kind of maybe frog spawn, maybe mud and sand, and just bits of kind of ground. And as you lift up the phone, it falls out and sort of slops onto the floor by your feet. And then the phone continues to just drip this dark water. But the screen is still on. Can you roll insight, please?
I was hoping to get an action in before you asked for that. Let's see. Yeah, I can certainly do that. I thought I did the most innocent action in trying to get the phone. Oh no! I rolled a 6.
Phones shouldn't be on when they're made of the inside of ponds.
Yes.
Yeah, this is not normal. This is weird, and this shouldn't happen. This shouldn't happen.
I'm gonna stomp on the phone.
Yeah. Can you all roll me a d4?
Oh no.
Just so I'm clear, Kat, did my insight go up by 1 again there, or?
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
Good Lord. Okay.
I got a 3.
I got a 1.
And I am slow. I got a 3 as well.
Okay. And Lizzie and Mark, can you both roll a d4 again?
Okay. I don't like that. You can't all be eaten by the same monster, guys. Come on.
It depends how many mouths it has.
I got a 1, so I'm tied with Scott again.
That's okay.
Okay.
And I got a 4.
Oh,
Okay.
so Scott and I can get eaten by the same monster.
Mark, as you're stomping down on this, sorry, I think I need to clear the.
Oh, I can clear the chat. You're talking about the. Yep, I'll clear.
Yeah. As you're stomping down on this phone, and you're just destroying it. You just see on the screen.
Oh dear.
Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, I think at this point Mark is just like completely freaking out, like frantically like running, pushing desks aside to run out of the room after he sees the message.
Yep. So you run out into the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
Are you heading towards where you think reception is?
Yeah, I'm going to reception, and like I think I'm so agitated that I'm like tearing papers off the wall and like punching the wall every here and there. Like a lot of aggression built up right now that I'm trying to release.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you tear missing posters off the wall. You hit things. You grab that. That they've always got those lovely displays that the younger years put up, and it's all their work and their colorings and stuff. You just wreck it, just completely destroy it. Some kids' work that they spent 14 hours on. It's just, and you go to the left, and you end up in reception.
Oh, great.
Mr. Blake is there, and he's sort of standing there like, where are you? Where are the other two?
Look, Blake, they left before me. Did they didn't leave? What?
I haven't seen them.
Okay. Did you hear them?
No.
Look, Mr. Blake, something weird's going on here. We got to get out of here.
I don't know what's wrong with you. I don't understand what game you lot are playing, but I'm fed up. I want to go home. I need to lock up this school.
Yeah.
Right, you bugger off. Go home. I'll find the other two.
And Mark's going to turn around and just yell for them. Lizzie! Hayden!
Lizzie and Hayden, you open up these two fire doors. And you're in a bathroom.
The
Not
fuck?
normally where fire doors go.
And the fire doors, they both just swing shut behind you. And you're in what looks like the girls' bathroom. There's 4 cubicles in front of you. There's the window to the side, and there's a row of sinks just to the side of you. And then there's the door leading out. The light is on.
This is the weirdest thing I have ever seen.
Yeah.
The weirdest. Nothing can possibly get weirder. It seems like a serious design flaw, putting fire doors in front of a bathroom.
Do you suppose there's been a carbon monoxide leak or something?
Oh, a what?
Carbon monoxide, yeah. If the boiler's playing up, then carbon monoxide fills the air. It messes with your head. You lose sense of direction. You get confused about stuff.
But do you usually hallucinate the same things? Like, you're seeing a bathroom, right?
I'm saying that we're not hallucinating. I'm saying we've lost our sense of direction. We're forgetting where we are. We're forgetting where we've been.
But the fire doors, Hayden. The fire doors aren't normally in front of the girls' bathroom.
Well, we obviously went through somewhere else before we got to the girls' bathroom, and we've just forgotten it because of the carbon monoxide.
Right. I'm
Well,
gonna.
does that make more sense, or does it make more sense that the fire doors suddenly open up into the girls' bathroom?
I mean, none of this makes any fucking sense, Hayden. If I turn around, Kat, is it a normal door, or is there no door? Or fire doors? What is the door situation in this bathroom is what I'm asking.
There are sinks behind you.
Hayden?
Yeah, like I say, we got turned around. It's the carbon monoxide. Look, let's get a window open for a start. Get some fresh air in here, and maybe we can climb out the window.
How do you get lost through 6 doors into a bathroom? Okay. Whatever, Hayden. Just open the window.
I'll open the window.
I admit you know more about the sciencey stuff than me. Don't tell anyone I said that.
Yeah, so Hayden, you go to open the window. It opens fine. It's one of those latchy ones. The main big window doesn't open, but the top latch does. So you can open that and get some fresh air through. The rain starts hammering down on your hands, and kind of the water's all on your fingers, and it kind of leaks a bit and lands sort of on, like, gets your sleeves are all damp. And you can kind of hear the wind outside and see sort of the darkness. So yeah, you managed to open the window. That's fine.
Is the bit of the window that's open, is there enough of it to clamber out?
Yeah, for both of you, Mark, if he was here, probably would struggle because he's got a bit more shoulder to him. But you both are quite, you know, you probably can fit through there quite easily. It would probably require you to like boost or grab because it's quite a high one, but or maybe stand on one of the sinks.
Well,
So
give
while
Lucy a boost up.
while he was opening the window before he does that, can I text Samantha and just like, where the fuck are you? We're stuck in the bathroom somehow. Hayden thinks there's some kind of like, I don't know, something gas leak. Like, are you okay? At least I think he said gas leak. I'm not sure. The fuck? Whoever the hell you are, this isn't funny. Lizzie doesn't know how to text except in all caps. So she's not actually yelling, that's just how she texts. Fuck? Hayden, I'm getting... Hayden, can you see this? Right? It says... Does it say what I think it says, or am I hallucinating something because of the carbon what's it?
Look, let's just get out of here, and then we'll worry about that. So,
Lizzie, can
Yeah,
you
I'm-
roll insight?
Oh yes, lovely. You know what you did, Lizzie.
I'm finally gonna get to go crazy. I'm at 4 insight already.
oh wow,
Are you
Can I
really?
just get people's numbers just so that I know where you are at the moment? So Lizzie, you're 4,
Mm-hmm.
and then
'Cause-
Mark, you're
3.
3, and then Scott, you're
2.
2. Damn it. Okay, yeah. Summer is messaging you, and you know what you did.
I'm gonna like just drop my phone and just start backing up towards the doors, just staring at it and like not even I don't even notice Hayden is there right now. Just I'm like, no, this can't be happening. This can't be happening. It's the carpet, the thing, the gas, the thing. I'm hallucinating. Oh my God. And I'm just going to back off as far as I can until I hit a corner or a wall or something. And then I'm just going to like, start shaking and then like, no, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. No.
Your phone clatters on the floor, and it lands outside the 5th cubicle. And an arm just sort of comes out from underneath it, grabs the phone, and slides it back under.
Oh my God. Hayden, did you see that? Oh my God.
I've got the window open.
Hayden, there's someone in here.
Look, you're right. You're hallucinating because of the gas. Let's just
They
give.
took my phone, Hayden. They took my phone. Didn't hallucinate that. Where's my fucking phone, Hayden?
Lizzie, let's get you out of here. Come on. I'll give you a boost up. Climb out the window.
But I have to walk past the. They'll grab me. They'll grab me. I just keep backing up. They're there. They're gonna pull me under too.
There is a door.
Come on, Lizzie. Come on. Come on. Come on,
Fumbling
out
for the
window.
door handle behind me. Like, does it move? Does it open?
Yeah, it opens.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
I'm sorry for looking
Scott-
so delighted, by the way.
Scott's the sane one for once.
Give it time.
I can't go past them. They're there. They'll grab me. They'll pull me under with her. And I'm just gonna like panic and
Wait.
turn and run around out the door. screaming down the hallway.
I'll run after her.
Yeah. Yeah, you both run out of the door and you're in the hallway again, where your classroom was, and you can see Mark and Mr. Blake standing at the reception. Mr. Blake looks very cross. The hallway lights are on. There are posters all over the floor and ripped pieces of paper. There's 2 fire doors down the end where you would expect the fire doors to be. They're wide open and they lead out onto the football grass thingy.
Don't ask
That
me
place,
what it's called.
Place where the jocks live. Where us nerds never dare venture.
Do I see this, or is it just Hayden seeing this?
It's both of you. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna run up to Mark, like panicking, saying, "In the bathroom. She's in the bathroom. She's in the bathroom."
Who?
And just like,
Sam?
No, I don't know. I don't know. And I'm just gonna dramatically pass out.
Oh, Christ.
Yeah, Mr. Blake catches you and he's like, "What the hell? Who's in the book? What is going on?"
Mr. Blake, I think there's carbon monoxide leak here. We came out of the classroom, we got turned around, we ended up in the girls' bathroom somehow. Lizzie kept thinking that she saw someone in the bathroom, but there wasn't anyone there. And
It's Sam. It's got to be Sam, right? Let's go get her.
Oh, we're gonna have to call an ambulance, aren't we?
yeah,
Oh, yeah, right, Lizzie.
At that, Lizzie dramatically and suddenly wakes up. Lizzie, I was unconscious, I'll have you know.
Mr. Blake's just going to let you go because touching students is a thing. And he's just going to go, "Right, no, stop. Everyone just stop what you're doing. Stay where you are. Just stop. What are you seeing? What has happened? Clearly, you've all had a little bit of mass hysteria. This is a thing. I Googled it, okay? What is going on?"
You know how to use Google, Mr. Blake?
Ask Jeeves.
Encyclopedia Britannica.
Look,
Volume F.
Mr. Blake, someone's pranking us on our phones, and I think it's just got us all losing our minds here. We got to get out of the school. I think we got to get outside, get a breath of fresh air. I agree with Hayden. I think there's something in the air system, or God knows what. I don't know. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Fine. I need to lock up.
Sam, where's Sam?
That's okay. I will look for Sam. You lot just go home or go to a doctor or whatever, but just...
But Mr. Blake, are you allowed to be alone in the school with a student?
Yes, Lizzie.
Can I get Mr. Blake's backstory?
Not everything is about things... Oh, Lizzie, just... The 3 of you go home. I'll find Sam.
Well, she's in the girls' room, so good luck, Mr. Blake.
He's just going to shake his head and sort of make his way down the corridor towards the girls' toilets.
There was someone in there. I swear there was someone in there, and it didn't look like Sam. Like there was no, you know how Sam wears that awful black nail polish just because she thinks it makes her look edgy.
Oh, it's cool. Don't be jealous, Lizzie.
I'm not jealous.
Right.
Why would I be jealous of Sam? It's me. But they didn't have the nail polish. Like the hand, it came out and there was no nail polish on it.
Whose hand was it?
I don't know. Maybe it was Summer's. I don't know why she'd be hiding in the toilets, but...
Oh, for fuck's sake, Lizzie.
Well, I don't know how else to explain it, Mark. Like she was texting us, and she's dead, and she's texting us, and maybe we're being haunted.
Look, I'll go with Mr. Blake. I'll find the mysterious clean nailed woman in the restroom, and then we'll get the hell out of here.
It wasn't Sam. I just know it wasn't Sam. And whoever it is, tell them to give me back my phone.
What they took your phone?
They took my phone. Yes, like I said, the hand came out and the no nail polish, and I noticed that first thing, and then they took my phone. I noticed that second thing, and then I ran away.
Okay. Does Mark know where they store like cricket bats and things like that at the school?
There is a PE cupboard, yeah, but it's probably not in this block.
Okay.
It's probably in a different block.
And this is how Cup's character is going to die first.
But I think unless they're stopping me, if there's any like blunt object or something I can do to go follow Mr. Blake to the bathroom.
Well, you're in reception, so there is an old phone that you could disconnect. There's a chair. There's filing cabinets. There's all bits and there's a ruler. There's some pretty sharp looking pens.
Okay.
But it is a school, so there's probably not really anything that you could potentially. There's not going to be a crowbar or anything like that, but there's certainly like stationery, or you could take a chair with you, pot plant,
like a staple remover.
Stapler, yeah, one of the little crocodile ones.
I guess I'll fight the mythos with some pens then.
You grab some pens and head back down the corridor, the dark corridor, and the girls' toilet door is in front of you.
Okay, and it's closed.
Yeah.
I guess it probably automatically closes.
Be careful, Mark. I'm gonna hide behind Hayden, but not obviously. I'm just gonna like move behind him a little bit so it doesn't look like I'm hiding behind him, but I'm totally hiding behind him.
Is that something I heard? Or am I in earshot of them?
Yeah, you could head it. Yeah.
Okay, I'll just wave her off, like whatever, and then I'm gonna like uncap one of the pens and walk in.
Yeah.
Hello. I'll knock.
How are you walking in? Are you opening the door slowly, or just throwing it open, or?
I'm knocking aggressively, and then kind of like average speed opening the door.
Yeah, you. So you open this door, and as you open the door, it's like something is resisting. And as you push it open, water just comes flooding. Sort of out of the door and around your ankles.
Oh.
The bathroom is pitch black. You can just make out this side of one of the 6 cubicles.
Okay. Mr. Blake? Mr. Blake? Knocking on that door, assuming there's not too much water coming out where I don't have to step away. Mr. Blake! Knocking on the door. What the fuck? I want to see if I can look in, but I don't want to go in. But I want to see if I can get a better look.
As you stare in, you just see darkness, and that water is still flooding through, and it's filling the hallway. It's kind of like just streaming into the hallway. Guys, in the reception, all this water is just slowly filling up the hallway. You can see it kind of coming out of the bathroom, like there's been a massive leak. But it's really rushing, like it's got some current behind it, and it actually reaches your feet pretty fast, and sort of hits your shoes. Can you all roll me an insight?
You're welcome, everybody.
Disgusting. Not my trainers.
Mr. Blake clogged the toilet.
Oh, hey, I finally managed.
No, I don't want to roll a d20.
I rolled a 1. I finally managed to fail an insight roll.
Yeah, this isn't the weirdest thing you've seen this evening.
No, I've seen worse. I've seen much worse. I'm more disgusted by the fact that my fairly expensive shoes are now soaking wet. Ugh, gross.
Yeah, I'm not fazed by this at all.
Yeah, we both rolled 2s.
Apart from the fact that I'm really fazed by it because it's fucking water everywhere, but I'm not losing my shit.
Yeah. I mean, if there's going to be a leak, the bathroom makes sense. Mr. Blake? Where the hell did he go? Blake!
At least it doesn't smell like raw sewage.
This smells quite fresh and woody. This smells like quite natural, like you're outside.
This is what?
Mr. Blake, and I just like look back at the two of them like with my arms up, like what the hell? Like what do I do about Mr. Blake?
The water seems to stop at probably about halfway up your shin, and it's just flooded this whole block. The water is completely pitch black, and it's now gone very, very still.
Jesus Christ.
She got him. She got him.
What?
She got Mr. Blake. She's gonna get us. And I'm just gonna like start backing up again towards what I think is the door out of here.
Can y'all call, like, I don't know, do students know the emergency maintenance number?
999.
I've seen the ring. Something creepy's going on here. I'm getting out of here. I'm getting out of here.
Call maybe school security. It feels like it's not bad enough to call the real police.
Well,
I mean, there would be a security number, but again, it's not like university campuses where they've got security. It's more of a like casual school kind of thing. So
that makes sense. All right, I think Mark's gonna, now that the water's stopped, try to open the door a little bit more just to see if Mr. Blake's in there, because now he doesn't like him that much, but he's kind of worried because he's not getting a response.
Yeah, I mean, you look into the bathroom. The 7 cubicles are all the doors are all open. There's all of the sinks are kind of full up with water. You can't see anything else. The window is closed.
Okay. But I didn't know they opened it, right? Okay. Blake? Mr. Blake, are you in here? Just like looking around the best I can without going underwater to see if I can see his legs or anything.
You see a light flicker in one of the cubicles.
Oh, God. Okay. As much as I don't want to do this, I know Mark would go first, probably knock on that cubicle. Mr. Blake, we got to get out of here. Hello?
There isn't any sound.
Oh, God. When I knock?
Yeah. Well, you knock, but there's no
sound.
I
was like...
Nobody responds. Like, you've gone deaf.
If there was no sound when I knocked, I was going to roll insight for myself there. Okay. I'm going to throw open the door.
Yeah. You throw open the door. Out of the toilet are branches and roots. Just seems to have erupted out of the toilet. And they've all curled around what looks like Lizzie's phone, which is on and seems to be kind of nestled in the branches.
Can I squint to see if there's anything on it? I'm not going to get it. That's too weird.
It is lit up. Do you mind clearing the thing for me?
Yeah.
In the meantime, Hayden and Lizzie, you see Mark disappear into the bathroom and the door sort of swings shut. And there's just this full glassy black water stretching out all the way down the hallway in front of you. And the hallway looks a little bit wibbly. Like, it doesn't look as straight as it used to be.
Good trick of the light with all that water.
And then you hear what sounds like a splash coming from a room behind you, which you think might be, there's usually like an office, back office behind the reception. You just hear a very soft splash.
Hayden.
You suppose that's where Sam got to?
Maybe. But Mark belongs to the bathroom now. We should just go. It has him and it won't let him out.
Mark belongs to the bathroom now.
Oh, God. Yeah, it's definitely a gas leak. I'm going to go and, because I heard that splashing sound, and I'm sure it's got to be Sam. I'm going to go and open the door and see whether she's okay.
Yeah. You go up to the office.
I'll go with him because I don't want to be left alone in here.
You sort of slosh through the water
Oh, gross.
And
gross.
you put your hand on the door, and as you slowly open it, and it creaks. And it's quite hard to push because there's obviously water, so it's just kind of trying to get it to go through. In front of you is this black water just overtaking this office, and there are tree branches and sort of tree trunks growing out of what looks like a office printer, and the roots have gone up all over the ceiling. There's bits of there's missing posters floating in the water. There's just tons of them, and they're actually being printed out of the printer, and hitting the surface of the water with a gentle sploosh, 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 and they're just floating all around you, kind of like strange little parchmenty lily pads.
Got to be some
make it
like
insightful.
sociology project or something. They're I don't know. Like it's a project, right? Right?
There's a tree growing out of the printer. There is a tree growing out of the printer.
Biology gone wrong?
Hayden, as you look at this tree and these missing posters, one of the missing posters bumps against your shin. And as you look down, you realize that one of the missing posters is for Summer. And then one of the other missing posters is for you.
Of course it is.
And the missing poster starts to rise, and it bowls as if suddenly something's coming up from underneath the water, and it drapes over what looks like wet, damp hair as this head just starts to lift very slowly out of the glassy black right in front of you. And that missing
backing out of the room. Backing out of the room. Backing out of the room. Backing out of the room.
The missing poster slides off the face of this person, and you just see Summer staring at you with what looks like pupilless eyes. We're going to take a break there, guys, for
Yes.
10 minutes.
Lovely.
Mainly because I need to go get a drink. My voice is going. So
No, that's a lot of fun.
I think about 10 minutes.
Yeah, 10 minutes is what I have it set for. Yeah, so we left at the height of action. Kat, thank you so much for running this for us. It's a lot of fun so far, and it'll be more fun when Scott's character dies for me, personally. But yeah, does anyone have anything else before we jump back into the action? Anything else to promote or feedback on my performance?
You're not dead enough yet.
Why haven't you died?
You will pay. You will pay for striking me.
Yeah, but I missed on purpose.
So I'll go first. So I do a art channel 3 times a week. I'm just putting the link in now, but it might just take me a second to actually type it because I should have done that earlier, but my brain wasn't quite switched on, I'm afraid. So if you're interested in some artwork 3 times a week, you can find me at Catherine Jenkins Art. And we do have some art to go along with this, where we just left off. So Summer has just revealed herself. And this is basically what the characters are now seeing emerging from the water. So yeah, it's sorry, it's about the poor lighting.
No, that's fantastic. I don't have any desire to promote myself after that.
It's a fantastic piece of artwork. It's not what I want to see coming out of the water at the moment, though.
Yes.
Yeah, you were backing away, I think.
Yes,
Yes.
I was backing away vigorously and with enthusiasm.
Did you guys want to continue, or did you guys want to shout yourselves out, or are we happy to?
Self-promo at the end again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
Cool. So we left off with Hayden and Lizzie looking into that dark and very, very damp now office with the water sort of having risen to their shins, all the missing posters around, and out of the water has risen this really kind of decayed young woman, and you recognize her immediately as having been what is left of Summer, and her limbs are completely bent backwards, as if her body looks as if she's been jostled about and slammed against things, and all of her bones are just slightly out of place. Her arms are like twisted behind her and coming up from behind her neck, but still somehow attached. Her collarbones are completely shattered and jagged, and just she's covered in what looks like decay and weeds and reeds and all different kinds of sort of foliage, and she just looks vacant, and she kind of looks at Lizzie, and then she looks at Hayden, and it looks like she's trying to decide between the two of you, and then her head kind of cracks and her neck bone just seems to stick out, and she just swivels to look at Hayden, and she kind of, her twisted broken arm just kind of flops backwards, and her one finger points at you.
Insight
Lizzie,
roll.
run for it. It's me she wants. Run.
Oh, I can't. No.
I'm going to push
I'm
Lizzie
sorry.
out the door.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
Yeah, can you both roll insight?
Yep.
And are you running? I'm guessing you're running.
Yes.
I'm pushing Lizzie out the door.
Okay.
Hey, somehow I passed. I don't think I should have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're both hyped up on adrenaline right now.
True.
So,
Yeah.
Lizzie, you're being pushed by Hayden. He's trying to shove you away. Are you going to let him? Or
Yes, because I'm absolutely horrified at this, and I don't want to be anywhere near it.
Yeah.
No, I'm backing up. I'm sorry.
In which case, because Hayden took the time to push Lizzie, that does mean that Summer is going to lunge forward with her kind of broken bones. And at first, you think she's going to grab you around the neck. But then two arms come up from the water below you, and they kind of grab at your kneecaps to try and hold you into place. And you can try and break free if you want to attempt to.
I think I'd like that.
Yeah. Okay.
I think I'd like to back off.
You can roll your human die, and your if you can justify it with one of your A levels, you can, and you can also roll your insight if you want that extra boost. I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll for Summer against you.
Okay.
Oh, good. So I don't have to say it's more interesting if he fails and roll.
You can say that, because then that means I can roll 2 dice.
Oh.
Well, that means you roll a dice and I roll a dice.
All right, I'll let it slide this time.
I'm going to roll my insight as well. So, first of all, I get a 5, and then on my insight die, a 3, so it doesn't come up high.
I've put my dice down somewhere and I can't find them. There they are. Okay. Well, so Summer goes to, these two arms come up to grab you around your kneecaps, but they're just too slippery. They're just so slimy and covered in reeds and water. They can't get purchase on your school sort of trousers. Your school trousers are kind of like those black slippery school trousers anyway, and they really fumble. And you manage to kind of reel yourself back out the office door, and kind of free yourself from it. But Summer is sort of still there, and those two hands that did try to grab you, they sink back below the water, and Summer just sort of starts to amble towards you in this really jerky, kind of broken fashion.
I'm going to pull the door behind me, but the last thing I'll say through the crack of the door as I'm pulling it shut is, it was an accident! For God's sake, it was an accident! And then I'll pull the door shut.
Okay. Mark, you are in the girls' bathroom. You are looking into this cubicle where this tree is growing out of the toilet, which is pouring water, like a little waterfall. And this phone is in front of you. You had a look to see what's on this phone.
That's right. I'm sure this will be fine. 2 down. Okay.
You to go.
Yeah. What? What? She killed Mr. Blake and Sam? No.
Oh dear.
Mark's very good at communication, as you can tell.
Mark, you hear something rippling in the water
No.
behind you.
Okay, I am gonna like quickly look to see Mr. Blake.
So you kind of look back down at this sort of dark water, and there's nothing in the water. It's just this black mirror like kind of surface. And you kind of look back in front of you at the 4 cubicles in front of you, and that tree thing that was in the toilet is still there, still holding the phone.
Okay.
And there's just a drip, drip, drip from the sink behind you.
And just so I know what, because I'm trying to think of the logistics now. I was typing on that phone like from Lizzie's phone. Is that how that worked when I was communicating? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm now backing away from the phone. Also, like kind of in a slight panic, looking around in the water since I've heard rippling. And I'm going to I'm just going to like hollowly yell Mr. Blake as I back out of the bathroom.
Yeah.
Mr. Blake? Mr. Blake? Sam?
As you get towards the door, your foot steps on something squishy
Okay.
under the water.
Okay. I think instinctively he's going to look down.
Yeah? You can't see anything, you just see black water, but your foot's definitely on something spongy, kind of soft.
Okay. Try to step over that.
You kind of move your foot. It's actually quite large. Whatever's blocking the door is quite large underneath the water.
Mr. Blake? Is there any way for me to get around this thing?
You can try and move it with your foot if you want to, but it's quite heavy.
Okay.
You can reach in and drag it if you want to without pulling it out.
I don't want to touch it with my hands. I think it feels much safer to move it around with my feet. So I'm going to try to like kick it out of the way, whatever it is.
Yeah, so you start trying to move this mass under the water with your foot.
Yeah.
Give me a human die and again, physical education. This is a physical act. You're quite strong. So if you want to use that, you can.
I am. Thank you. Roll 2d6. I need to tell you in advance if I want to add insight to this. Is that correct?
You can do, or you can just re-roll it with insight.
Okay, I'll wait. I'll see how I do. Yeah. I rolled a 5 on my human and 2 on occupation.
Yeah. You start moving this mass underneath the water. It actually moves surprisingly easily.
I play soccer.
It doesn't move. It doesn't react to you moving it with your feet. You're kind of really having to kick this thing aside. This is definitely human.
Oh, okay.
This is definitely, your foot connects with rib. And you can feel as you push your foot, whatever it is, just sort of bends. But you do move the mass away from the door, and the door does open.
I think from Cup's reaction there, that looks like an inside roll.
I think so too.
You've put me in a bad spot here because I feel like Mark would be worried that was Mr. Blake or Sam, who might actually be alive. But I'll roll insight first if that's how.
Yeah.
And then I can decide. We'll see if I'm even alive after the roll. I've again rolled incorrectly. The suspense. I rolled a 5, so mine's going up.
Yep.
Hey, you're
So
crazy
I'm
like
at
me
5
now.
I'm now at 4. I'm at 4.
All right.
Yeah.
Crazy like me.
I'm at 4. So I think because of the insight roll, I actually feel pretty good not pulling it out of the water. Like he's freaking out enough now that I think I'm gonna give the body a really hard kick to see if I can clear a path, and kind of try to scramble out of the bathroom.
I mean, you already moved the body, so by kicking the body, you're just adding insult to injury.
Oh, it's not
you
necessary.
Do it anyway.
Okay.
So you kick the dead horse, and then you leave the bathroom.
Okay.
You're not kicking it. You're just providing CPR with your foot.
Yeah.
That's right.
Meanwhile,
Yeah.
you've shut the door on Summer, Hayden, and Lizzie.
Yeah.
You're both
And-
now in the reception area in a room, with water up to your shins.
I'm holding the door shut. Yeah, I'm holding the door shut so that she can't get out.
Yeah.
And just saying, "Hey, look, Lizzie, just get the fuck out of here, all right? It's me she wants.
What do you mean she wants you?
You saw what she did in there. It's me she wants. Just you get out of here, all right? I'll hold her here.
Why does she want you? I killed her.
You what?
It was
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Yeah,
I
was
killed
there.
her.
I was there. She slipped. She fell, and I didn't pull her out. I didn't pull her out, Hayden. I could have saved her, and I didn't.
No, I was the one who pushed her. I was the one who pushed her, and she fell down.
You couldn't have pushed her. I didn't see you there. She slipped. She fell. What do you mean you pushed her?
She didn't slip. She didn't slip. I pushed her. I got angry with her, and I pushed her.
And you both roll your insight die.
I might die last.
Yeah, I'm okay with this.
What if it equals my insight?
If it equals, you stay.
Okay, so I'm still at 4.
Bummer.
I know, right? I was hoping to go up. But it can't both be true.
Look, I mean, I don't know what you think happened, but you're wrong. It was me. Look, you just get out of here. I'll keep her in here as long as I can. You get to safety, all right?
Oh, come with me. She can have
I
Mark.
can't.
Come with me.
I'm holding the door shut. If I let go, she'll open it up. Just run. Look, don't make me die for nothing here. Just run.
Oh God, I'm gonna turn and run for the door.
Okay.
Like sobbing. I'm gonna call the police. I'm gonna call the police. Just like keep it closed. Don't let her out. Don't let her out.
You're heading for the reception door and just throwing it open?
Yes.
Yeah, you run and you throw the door open. The water rushes out and just sort of starts pouring out into the main room, the main front sort of courtyard. And you just legging it into the night.
I'm gonna run out, and then I'm gonna remember I don't have my phone to call the police. Mm-hmm. Is there a building, any other buildings or anything nearby, like anything I can get to, or?
There's the main school building, and then there's kind of like a road, and then there's like a couple of houses, so you could run towards the houses if you wanted to, see if anybody's got their lights on. And
could I run back to the reception desk and try to use their phone?
The room filled with water.
Oh, right.
That you just ran from. Yes, yeah.
I'm gonna run out into the parking lot then. I'm gonna be like reaching automatically into my pocket for my phone, and then remember, oh no, she's got it. And I'm going to run as fast as I can, like screaming for help the whole way in case anyone is out and can hear me.
Yeah. We'll cut back to you in a second. Hayden, you're holding this door closed. You can't hear anything on the other side.
I don't care. I mean, I am just with all the strength of my 2 stick-thin little arms, I am leaning back against this door, holding on to the handle for grim death.
There's a buzzing coming from your pocket.
Shit. Okay, I'm holding onto the handle with one hand now and pulling my phone out of my pocket.
It's Samantha.
Is what, a phone call or a text?
Phone call, yeah.
Oh God, I'm not sure anyone's ever phoned me before. I'll answer it. Sam, where are you?
You know I'm not on the other side of that door, Hayden.
Ooh.
I dropped the phone in the water.
It gets caught by a hand.
Oh, right. Yeah, I'm making an insight roll.
I'm of this.
Yeah, you're
Again,
fine.
yeah. I was expecting this to happen.
Those the hands. There's 4 hands now that are rising out of the water, and they are kind of curling around you, kind of in a bit of a circle, and it looks like they're going to try and grab you again. So you can run, you can
Yeah,
jump.
I'm going to try to clamber up on. Yeah, I'm going to clamber up on top of the desk.
Yep.
The reception desk.
Okay. If you roll, I'll roll as well. Fuck.
Okay.
I hear a little echo from somebody. I don't know if it's like your phone volume's on or. 6, nice.
These four hands, they grab one grabs your ankle, one grabs your kneecap, one grabs you around the waist. It is an incredibly long, unnatural arm that's got you. Like, it seems to be lots of bones all broken to get this height. And the other one grabs you kind of around your thigh, and they just drag you down into the water, and they pin you under. It's freezing cold, and the water, although it was completely still on the surface, just seems to be rushing around you like some kind of crazy current. You can try and wriggle yourself free to try and get yourself out.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea at this stage.
I think it would be cool if you failed, so I'm going to roll 2 dice.
Good. I wanted to say, but I'm so scared
Yeah.
of Scott because he runs so many games for us.
And we still have Catland Part 2 coming up. Cat. Oh, goodbye, Hayden.
Whoa.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Maybe
Yeah.
I got a 4. So
Okay.
these,
Yeah, that beats my one.
yep. So these hands, they pull you down, and you are going down, down, down into this water. Like, it came up to your shin, but it just seems to be tearing you all. Like, you're just going into this kind of really heavy pressure, deep water, and all these kind of reeds and kelp seem to be kind of flowing up, and you can just see the bubbles of your mouth kind of rising and rising, and you look down, and there are probably about, I have to do math here, there are 8 arms coiled around you, and there are 8 heads looking up at you, and they're all summer, and they just tear you down until the final sort of bit of air that you've been holding onto just chokes out, and your lungs fill with water, and you gasp and gasp desperately trying to breathe, but more and more water just keeps going in, and then blackness just encapsulates your eyes, and you just are gone. Scott died.
That one.
Yeah.
Yay!
Goodbye, Scott.
I outlived Scott. That was punishment for the staticky audio.
Well, I'll still sit here and roll dice to make you fail.
Oh, that's true. That's true. That was fantastic description, Kat. I love that.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, that's creepy.
Right, guys. Cut. You have just moved a body out of the way of the door, and you find yourself in this dark corridor with the water fill up, and your phone buzzes. And you've got a message. Can you clear it for me just quickly?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I don't want to now that I know what the score is. Okay. I'm definitely going to look at it. Let's see here. 3 down. Okay. Just shakes his head and shoves the phone back in his pocket. Oh, after reading this one, you know what you did, Mark. Damn it. All right, I am going to send a message back, actually.
Ooh. Getting dramatic up in here.
Done.
Oh no. Yeah, because that's going to matter.
After the scholarship, that thought entered his brain.
Do you really?
So when it comes to you standing there and texting, you hear you hear a splashing basically coming from over by reception, and then it's completely still, the water, and in front of you there's the reception. The door is open and water is pouring out of the door.
Okay.
To where you've come from. You come from the boys' bathroom. The girls' bathroom is opposite you. And it looks like the classrooms are kind of, all the doors are closed. So you've got an option. You can go towards the reception.
Yeah.
Or you can go down the hallway to a door which leads to another block.
Okay. Well, looks like Mr. Blake closed all the classroom doors. I'm going to go toward the open door, the courtyard door at reception.
Yep.
That seems like the best way to exit this place.
Yep. You make your way very slowly through the water.
Yeah.
And then kind of exit out of the reception door into the rain. And it's eerily quiet. You can just hear that gentle, rainy tap.
Okay. Since the name of the scenario is Last Summer, I'm gonna, once I get a little bit of rain on me, I'm gonna hold my arms out and spin around and go, "What are you waiting for, huh? What are you waiting for?"
Goodbye, Cup.
Darkness greets you back.
Okay.
Lizzie,
Yes.
you're running across sort of some muddy park fields towards some houses.
Screaming for help the whole way.
Screaming for help the whole way. And you sort of keep running. And then you're not actually getting any closer to the houses. And you feel like you've run for a while. And then as you hit what you get to the road that separates you from the houses. And as you hit the road, instead of asphalt or tarmac, your legs go straight into water.
Oh God.
And it's up to about your waist.
I'm gonna try to splash back out of it. Just like turn around and like go back to what I thought was dry ground. But it's probably not there, is it?
When you turn around to have a look back, there are a lot of trees between you and the school that weren't there before.
The fuck? How?
Can you roll insight?
I think I fucking should. Oh, passed again.
Surprisingly okay.
With Rena, it's not a surprise. She always keeps her sanity.
I know. No matter how hard I try to go nuts, I can't do it. Okay. I went the wrong direction. There's woods around here somewhere, but the forest is nearby. I ran the wrong way. That's all. It's okay. Just go to the trees. It's okay. You're not going to be Ophelia today. It's okay.
Your phone starts buzzing. You've got a message.
I don't have my phone with me.
Oh no, you
I
don't
left
have
it in the
your
bathroom.
phone. Never mind, you don't have a message.
Phantom buzzing.
That would be really
You think
creepy.
you have a message, then you remember that you have no phone.
I just automatically go to look for my phone because I'm not used to not having it in my hand at all times, and it's just like, oh, fuck.
You do see somebody amongst the trees.
Hello? Help? Hello?
Lizzie, is that you?
Who are you?
It's me, Mr. Blake.
Mr. Blake, where did you go? Where the fuck did you go? The whole school's flooded, and there's like, Mr. Blake, where were you? You were supposed to be the responsible adult.
He kind of walks up to you. He's walking his dog.
Did you bring your dog to school?
Are you all right, Lizzie? You look like you've seen a ghost.
I don't know what I fucking saw. Sorry, Mr. Blake, I don't know what I saw. But like, there's like flooding in the school, and Hayden said it was some kind of carbon what's it, and I'm hallucinating, I think, and I don't know. And
What are you hallucinating?
trees.
He's gonna kind of look around, and there he kind of looks at the trees around you, and he's like, "No, those are real, Lizzie. Those trees are real."
There was a tree in the printer, and it was printing things. And
I see.
I realize that sounds very stupid now that I say it out loud.
No,
saw it.
That's fine. I think I see what's going on here. You and your friends. Just a quick question for you, Lizzie. Did you eat anything? Cake, brownie shaped, maybe, or?
Well, I mean, Mark said he made brownies for after the study session, but we didn't have them yet.
I think you might have had some, possibly.
No.
He's gonna take you by the shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
Can you roll your human die for me, please?
My luck, probably not. 4.
Mm-hmm. The way that he's holding your shoulders is a little bit strange. It feels a little bit too intimate.
Mr. Blake.
And he's kind of leaning quite close to you as well.
Mr. Blake, I'm really not comfortable with this. Like, I've got a girlfriend, and like you're a teacher, and like I don't want to have to talk to the principal. And
no, it's fine. It's fine. I mean, don't worry. It's absolutely fine. Clearly you've eaten something. All this talk of trees and summer coming. All this kind of stuff.
But I didn't say anything about summer, Mr. Blake.
He's just kind of smile at you and kind of pat you on the back and just say, no, it's fine. Don't worry.
I'm backing
come
up.
with me, and I'll make sure that you're okay.
I've seen enough horror movies to know I don't want to go anywhere with you, Mr. Blake. And I'm just like gonna back off and start running as fast as I can.
Yeah, he's gonna try and grab for you, so you are
fuck.
To try and avoid that.
Okay.
I think it'd be really interesting if Lizzie failed.
Fuck you. I expected this from Cup, Scott. I feel so betrayed. So that's the human die, yeah?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Could I make a case that with all my theater training, I've probably done probably a lot of physical stuff, like jumping around and running around, like I would.
Yeah, I think that's a good shout. Go for it.
Sweet.
So, Scott, you roll the failure die.
Okay.
Oh yes. 2
3s.
I also got a 3.
I got a 3.
I think if we roll the same, we have to roll again. But I'll just quickly double check.
Well, I think it's if we're rolling to try to stop Lizzie succeeding effectively, then we have to beat her. So if it's a tie, she wins.
Oh please.
Yeah, it's the highest die. So I'm gonna. Yeah, I think that's Betters, yes. So Mr. Blake kind of goes to grab you, to try and get you essentially, and you manage to break free, and you turn around and you run across the road towards the houses.
When I have breath again, I will have some very choice words for you, Mr. Blake. And I'm gonna keep running.
Yep. Cup.
Yes.
You're just sort of standing out in this kind of essentially this thing, and you look back at the reception, and the water is no longer pouring out. In fact, the school looks relatively normal.
Okay.
There's a couple of missing posters up. Though it's completely dark. What would you like to do?
I think at this, and I'm outside in a courtyard, right, being rained on.
Yeah.
Do I have a car at the school or anything like that?
Yeah, you can do. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get in my car and try to drive home.
Okay.
I thought about calling the police, but it's too crazy. Like it's not even real what's happening, I don't think.
Yeah. You kind of get in your car and you start driving home. Can you roll me a D6, please?
Okay. Stay still, Scott.
What?
Be nice.
Would I do anything bad to you here?
Why wouldn't you?
I rolled wrong for like the 10th time. Okay.
Oh my god.
I rolled a 3.
That's another
Okay.
3.
Are you rolling
As you're
against me?
driving-
If you're rolling against me, I want to add insight.
No, I'm not rolling against you.
Okay.
As you're driving, you kind of realize that the bottom of your car is damp.
Oh God.
That the seat of your car is damp. The steering wheel is also damp.
What the hell? I'm gonna try to. Can I still drive though? I'm gonna try to fight through this, and I'm holding my phone out while I'm driving now, like looking at the messages from Summer, just trying to make sense of everything.
You're driving and the road ends,
Okay.
and you're now driving amongst trees.
Okay. I'm gonna put the car in reverse and try to back out from the trees.
As you reverse, you seem to run over a tent.
Okay. And will the car still move?
Yeah, the tent gets wrapped up in the wheels, and kind of shoots off to the side. It gets completely shredded, and then you end up driving right back into a tree.
Okay.
And you just go.
Okay. I'm gonna try to put it in drive again to go forward.
Roll a human die.
Okay.
I want him to fail. Can I roll against
They were
him?
both.
Yeah.
You beat me too.
They were both waiting. Oh goodness.
I'll wait till he rolls to roll mine.
Okay, I rolled a 5.
3. Damn it.
Yeah, you put the car in forward, and you start driving, kind of driving along, and I'm guessing you're trying to avoid the trees.
Oh yes, yeah. I'm trying to get back to the road, like maybe even making a circle to try to go back the other way.
As you're driving, Lizzie, you see 2 headlamps coming towards you. They're coming towards you quite fast.
I'm gonna jump out of the way and just be like, "Hey, stop!
Yeah,
Like,
can you
wave them down.
can you roll a human die to make sure that you can jump out of the way?
Yeah, using the same rationale
you
as
know
before.
what?
Using the
You
same
know what? I
rationale as before. Can I use my my?
Yeah.
Okay.
Scott's gonna roll his failure dice against you.
Oh my god.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Mark,
I got a 5.
you got a 5. Lizzie, you're stuck where you are, and you're wearing kind of dark clothes, and you're surrounded by trees, and these 2 headlights are coming towards you, and you look down and there are two arms. There's two hands on your shoes holding you in place. And the next thing you know, you kind of look down and then you look up and just these two lights just are the last things that you see. Mark, you smack into Lizzie and you just, there's this thud as the car keeps going a little bit as Lizzie just skids backwards and sort of flies through the air, because if you have seen someone get hit by a car, they don't stay stationary, and you just see her impact a tree and then slide in a crumpled heap sort of slowly down it.
This is revenge for Murder Shack, isn't it?
This is my revenge game. The unintentionally too, in some ways. Do I know what I just hit, Kat? Or
I mean, you definitely hit a person.
Okay.
You don't know who you hit, but you hit a person.
Okay. Oh, holy shit. Not again. Okay, so I'm going to... Assuming I've already stopped the car, I'm going to get out and go see what I've done.
Yeah.
Can I suggest that if you think you've just killed someone, you should probably make an insight roll?
Yes, roll insight.
Damn it.
Thank you, Scott.
No backseat director or whatever we call keeper.
But we're allowed to in this game, Cup.
No, I know. I rolled a 4, which is a tie, so I think I stay the same.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Darn.
Yeah, as you get out, you approach the tree and you see that it was Lizzie that you hit.
Oh,
and she's sort of slumped in a crumpled mess against this tree.
I'm going to try to revive her.
You didn't stock that spell today.
I don't. I mean, I have geography. I don't think there's much I can do, but I'm gonna at least try to feel like I'm trying to help her. Find out where she's bleeding, I guess.
I mean, yeah, you go up to her and you try to do some first aid assessment, and you kind of look at her head and her shoulders and her arms, and you kind of look at that she's got broken bits, and you look down at her waist, and then you realize her legs are actually back over by the car.
Ooh. Okay.
This is probably not something you can fix with first aid.
Since I'm already four at insight, I think I'm gonna start shaking her dead body. Wake up, Lizzie! Not you too.
She's very light considering she's missing her lower half. So this is entirely possible. I mean, it's a bit wet.
Okay. Mark, actually, the tiny bit of conscience that he has, he's gonna try to call the police now.
Yeah. So you're gonna take your phone out?
Yep.
Yeah. The phone rings, and you get 999. What's your emergency?
Yeah, I accidentally hit my friend with my car. We're out in the woods by the school. The name of the school.
You hit your friend? How did you hit your friend?
I don't know. She was out in the dark. I don't know. She came out of nowhere, and I just I hit her with my car, and
Oh, I see. So ambulance. You'll need an ambulance.
I think she's dead. But send whatever you've got. I don't know what to do.
Sir, please remain calm. We're here to help you.
I'm not fucking calm. I just hit my friend with my car, and she's got cut in half.
No, I completely understand, sir, but don't worry. We are going to send somebody to help you. I need you to do something for me, okay? I need you to do something for me.
Yeah.
Just to make sure that obviously you stay as safe as possible so that we can find you, okay? Because we really want to find you right now.
Yes.
We want
do you have
to
GPS?
make sure we absolutely find where you are.
Right. Yes, please.
So what I'm going to need you to do, sir, is please get into your car.
Okay.
And close the door.
Okay. Okay.
Please, can you roll up your window, sir?
Okay. Why? What?
So we need you to roll up your window, otherwise we won't be able to trace where you are. We need to get to
Doesn't that make the signal worse? What?
No, sir, it ensures that everything's okay. It means the rain's not on your phone.
I'll hold the phone up in the air. No? Okay.
Please
fine.
get into your car, sir. We're not able to trace you if you're not in your car.
Okay. Oh, shit. Whatever. He's going to do it. He's going to get in the car and close the door.
Okay, sir. Now remain calm. Take a deep breath.
Okay, maybe.
Take another deep breath, sir.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Are you feeling a little bit better, sir?
No, I'm not fucking better. I just killed my friend.
Well, that's not the only person you killed, is it? And the car's just going to start very slowly filling up with water, and the locks are going to go down.
Jesus Christ. What the fuck? I'm sorry.
Can you roll insight, by the way?
Sorry. I was waiting for Scott to chime in with that recommendation. Oh, boy. Oh, no.
Yes.
All right, so I'm up to 5 now.
So you have a choice here. You are obviously trapped in this car. The car is locked. The car is very quickly filling up with water.
Okay.
You can try to get out if you want to. You are in a panic. It will take a physical roll to get out.
I want him to fail.
Of course you do.
We all want him to fail, Rena. We all want him to fail.
Can we both roll for him to fail? Is that a thing?
I mean, it's not in the rules, but yeah, sure. I mean, Cup, do you want to roll your physical dice and your do you want to roll your
Cup.
if you want to roll Cup, if you want to roll your occupation, your insight, and if your insight goes up though, you do go insane, and your human dice, and these two will roll the failure dice against you.
Okay, and is it only if the a 4 and a 1? Is it only if the insight if the 6 comes up on the insight die that I go insane, or is it any die? Only
it's
insight.
It's the 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna roll 3d6 then, and the one on the far right of our screen is gonna be insight. Okay, so 5 on the human die beats everybody, I think.
Yeah. You kind of reach for the car door. You rattle it. The water is going up and going up. You look up at your it's really cold. It's going so fast. You're desperately trying for the lock. You look in the wing mirror. You see Summer behind you in the car. You're trying to open it. And you manage to get that door open. And you just throw yourself out of the car and land in the mud next to Lizzie's legs.
Wasn't that die that came up high there your inside die? The inside die was the one on the far right, wasn't it?
No, the far right of the physical die. That are
okay.
Yeah, on the
he's
3D.
already at 5 anyway.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Hey, listen, buddy. So okay, you said I saw Summer though, right? So I'm
yeah, she's in the back of your car. Well, she was in the back of your car.
I am sprinting toward where I think the road is, like constantly looking over my shoulder to see if Summer's behind me or if I can see anything that's happening there.
Yeah. You run and you run, and you kind of you don't manage to find the road, but you do run into your car.
Oh God. Okay.
But your car is twisted up with all the trees, like it's been there for years.
I don't suppose destroying my phone would constitute as destroying the insanity that's happening, would it?
Yeah.
You think so? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to do everything I can to just bash that phone into tiny pieces.
Yeah. You can go down by 1 insanity point.
Okay. Do I have to roll for it? How does that work?
You just take it down. You've gone down to insight 4.
Lovely. So I'm down to 4. I've destroyed the phone. And do I see anything in the car as I've come up upon it, or it's just twisted?
The car is dusty. It's old. It's got lots of roots wrapped up in it. There's a couple of missing posters sort of strewn all about.
Okay.
One of them's for Hayden. One of them's for Lizzie.
Summer, I'm sorry. It was an accident. You were acting crazy. I didn't know what the fuck's going on. And it just keep like running. Try it again. Like run away from the car toward where I think the road is.
You come up upon a gorge.
Oh, the gorge.
The gorge.
Okay.
And there is a river running below.
Okay.
There's a log going across it that looks like it's very creaky, not very safe. And you can sort of see the dark water flowing below, and you just get a buzz on your message on your phone.
Oh, but I destroyed it, or did it come back?
You've got your phone.
Oh, I do have my phone. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's in your back pocket.
Okay, let me clear that for you then. I'm definitely looking at it because I thought I had destroyed it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so he takes the phone out to look at it.
Yep.
Ooh.
You can fix it.
Ooh. Juicy. Fuck you. You hear as you type that in the back of your head. Fuck you.
Oh God. Now that song's gonna be stuck in my head for the rest
For
of
as long as you live.
Do you want to roll human die?
I want him to fail.
Listen, if I can make a suggestion for the next version of Cthulhu Dark, there should be a cap on the number of times you can do this.
No. It's much more fun this way.
All right, I'm gonna
Scott,
do that.
Scott, are you joining me in the make cup
No,
tip?
no. I'll let you kick him while he's down.
Okay, a human die. Can I add my
5.
insight to that, cat?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, I rolled a 6
Wow.
on the insight die.
Okay.
Oh, you're nuts now.
Well, I went down
Yeah.
to 4, remember?
You're on number 5,
Okay, I'm on 5
but
now.
you understand what Summer is basically saying.
Yes, she wants me to jump into the gorge.
You can fix it, but it's your choice. So you can do what she's asking, or you can just completely ignore her. But that's entirely your choice.
Okay. I'm not jumping into the gorge. He's far too self-centered to do that. So, anything else, Summer? And he's just yelling like out into the open world. No, not that. I got a family. No.
Got 3 kids already.
Yeah. I got a dog.
Mark.
I got my dog.
And a pan of weed brownies at home that just came out of the oven.
So he's gonna run away from the gorge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mark runs and runs and runs. And as Mark runs, Mark comes across the school, which is overgrown and covered in woodland. The houses that Mark kind of has come to know, they're like completely submerged in swamp water. It's almost like this swamp has kind of taken over the world, and you kind of your adrenaline stops, your adrenaline slows down, and you end up like sloshing your way through, and you kind of go from these houses, and they're all in different places. They're not where they were before. Your house is actually where Samantha's house is, and Samantha's house is where Lizzie's house is.
Oh.
And as you kind of walk around, you realize that everything's just not where it should be. And you just keep walking and walking and walking. Now, it's up to you for your character. Your character can continue to keep exploring this strange situation that they find themselves in. They can try and make the best of this strange situation that they're in, or they can see what happens with the previous thing, but it's up to you how your character would live out the rest of their days, so to speak.
Okay. Could I roll an insight just to see if this drives him insane? This
go for it.
Okay, not quite.
Ooh, not quite.
So I think that, and all the houses are here just in the wrong place. I think what he would do is try to go to Summer's house and figure out, like, is she alive in some alternate universe or whatever this is, and try to make it right. He thinks that maybe he can make it right by not killing himself.
You go to Summer's house, and you kind of, the door opens. The door is not locked. You don't remember Summer's house being in this configuration. The living room is where the kitchen is, kitchen's where the living room is, and so on and so forth. You don't find anything in particular. You know, it's not been lived in. The parents, they've obviously kind of, what's it called? Tried to pack things up into boxes and stuff. You do go through a lot of photographs and things of Summer with you guys as friends.
Okay.
You can roll human die. I keep calling it humanity. It's not humanity. I've played too many Dark Souls.
I rolled a 4 on that.
In a lot of the pictures of you guys as a group, or generally, there seems to be Mr. Blake standing at the very back of a couple of them, just watching you.
I knew that motherfucker was trouble. Okay. Do I know where Mr. Blake's house is, or the school? The school, right?
You know where the school is, but you don't know where Mr. Blake's house is.
Okay. I think maybe after going through all this stuff, I'm going to try to find Mr. Blake, or figure out if I'm the only person in this world.
Yep. I'm going to round it off there, guys. I'm going to explain what happens to Mark.
Yeah.
Mark does a lot of searching and so on to try and find more information. And he does eventually go to the school. He rifles through. He finds where Mr. Blake has been living. And he does go to Mr. Blake's address. While he manages to get in, because again there's a tree growing through the door. It's completely flooded the lower level, and you can see that there is what looks like a basement, but that in itself has been completely flooded. But while you're looking around Mr. Blake's house, you do find some strange books to do with mythology. And books on chemistry, and books on kind of like all these kind of different books to do with reincarnation and things like that. And you have a feeling that looking at kind of where the basement might be, that there's probably a lot more down there that would be useful to you. But whatever it is, it's gone now. When you kind of walk through this world, occasionally you do get ripples in the water, and you feel like eyes are watching you. But you, as far as other people are concerned, you don't seem to meet anybody.
Okay.
So you're kind of left to wonder this strange existence. And you do find ever so often that no matter where you walk, you just seem to keep coming back to this gorge.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think after a certain amount of time, he's going to purposefully seek out the gorge to try to get out of this world. Like maybe throwing himself into the gorge will actually put him back into reality.
It does not.
Well, fuck.
Hey guys, that is last summer. It was quite an intense game. It's supposed to be kind of a bit more like horror house, haunted house-esque. It's supposed to be a lot of escalation.
Yeah.
I hope that you guys liked it. If you have any questions or you want to know a bit more about what actually happened, this is now a spoiler area. But yeah, it depends on if you want to or if you're happy to just leave it as what the heck just happened.
Yeah, that was funny. I should have killed Mr. Blake when I tried to fight him at the very beginning. Or he would have killed me probably as a whatever he was.
What was going on? Because I have an insatiable curiosity to know.
You all murdered Summer.
We did.
So essentially what was going on was in the multiverse, you all murdered Summer at some point. And Mr. Blake also murdered Summer. And what he tried to do was bring her back, but what he actually ended up doing was bringing all of your multiverses together to one single point. So all of these multiverses were starting to bleed into each other. And Summer wanted revenge in every single one of them. So essentially you were kind of... There were bits where rooms were moving around or a bathroom didn't quite look like how the bathroom looked before. It went from having 8 cubicles to 4 cubicles because you were moving into slightly different pockets of the multiverse.
That's cool.
That's fun.
So Sam killed her too, I assume?
Yeah, Sam also killed her.
Okay. All right.
If you had fled the first situation with the school, you would have had more opportunity to explore Mr. Blake, explore the next day. But the because it's such a short session for a one shot, I'm kind of intending this to be over 2 sessions,
Right.
So that you get or 3 sessions, so that you can get that more investigative side. But because this is a one shot, it's a bit more of a high ramp up. It's more about those little pockets of horror rather than the actual overall story. But when you come to doing this over a couple of sessions, that's when you start to explore that multiverse / that Mr. Blake background a lot more.
Right.
It's a bit of a tricky one to try and fit into 3 hours, though, when you want to kind of create that sense of horror. So you have 2 choices with this game. One is the quick fire haunted house horror scenario, which is great for a 3-hour session, or you can play it over 3 sessions, which has a lot more investigation to it. So that's kind of how it's intended to be. I kind of thought it would be more fun in a Twitch respect to play it as the haunted house.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I thought that worked well. I feel redeemed now that I know Mr. Blake was an asshole.
Yes.
Yeah, no, that's good. I would not have guessed that either, so I'm glad you asked, Rena. I thought I knew it was going on, but I had no idea.
Yes, I'm trying to figure out how to throw more hints into the short version, but it's quite hard to know how to balance it so that people don't immediately guess it.
Yeah. I guess I could have looked at his book. I was so interested in the phone, I should have looked at his book.
Yes, there was a lot more information in the book. There was also information in his desk as well.
Okay.
And stuff like that. So
Yeah.
All
right.
But,
very cool.
That was fun.
I'm glad that you guys enjoyed it. I had fun. I really love horror.
Rena's so disappointed that I died last, I can tell.
I know.
I'm sorry, I broke the trope. I'm sorry.
Well, it's Cthulhu Dark. It doesn't count, right?
I did die.
You did die. So we at least kept the tally of cup deaths going.
That's
so
true.
there's that.
So, well, thank you everyone who hung out on Twitch the whole time. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. Kat, I thought you did a great job. Your exposition is lovely. So congratulations for a cool scenario. And if anyone wants to do some final promo stuff, I'm just plugging ain'tslayednobody.com constantly. So anyone else want to remind people where to find you or what you're working on? Rena.
Yeah. So keep an eye out on the D&D podcast, The First Watch. You can find them on Twitter. I'm going to be having a 3 or 4 episode arc with them. We're recording it now. It's a lot of fun. If you're into D&D and if you're into like heavy role playing stuff, not just shooting off spells and hitting things, then you're really going to enjoy this, I think. And go back and listen to Mr. Corbett with Ain't Slayed Nobody, which we just finished releasing. Was it this week, Cup?
Yeah, Tuesday.
Yeah, so the whole 3-parter is out. It's fantastic. It's one of the most fun things I've done so far, in my personal opinion, for reasons that should be obvious once you listen to it. But yeah, find me on Discord. Love to talk to people. Love to get invited to play other games because this is a lot of fun. Gaming is my life now. So
very good. How about you, Scott?
Yes, I'll just say that if you want to try to find more of the good friends of Jackson Elias, you can take a look at blasphemoustomes.com. If you want to hear any of the stuff I've done with How We Roll, take a look at How We Roll podcast.com. Alternatively, I do hang around an awful lot on the Ain't Slave Nobody Discord, as well as the good friends in the How We Roll Discords. So yeah, poke me there and I'll probably reply.
Very good. And our Discord is slade.me/Discord. We'll take you to that invite link. And we have our main arc continues next week. Usually it's the second Tuesday of the month. This month it's the third Tuesday of the month. So episode 11 drops on Tuesday. I will not be sleeping between now and then. So we'll see how that goes. And
nothing new there.
And Kat, thank you once again. How about you? How can people find more of your work?
Sure. You can find me over on Twitch at Catherine Jenkins Art. I will pop a link in actually now because my name is spelt weird and nobody can ever find it because yeah. So yeah, this that's kind of me. If you want to watch some horror art and fantasy art, we do talk role play sometimes in the chat as well. I do have a Discord which you can join, which we have usually art discussions, or we do have an all things tabletop section as well. In terms of roleplay stuff, I hope to do more stuff like this. So yeah, if anybody does want a GM or wants somebody to play, then hit me up because I love roleplay too.
All right, very cool. Well, thank you once again, everybody. Tell other people to come watch this. It's available for Twitch for 60 days. They can also watch Murder Shack, which Scott ran, which was a lot of fun. Rena played an amazing character in that arc. And after that, it's available on Patreon. So patreon.com/ain'tslade if you'd like to give me money. I like to buy all kinds of cool stuff.
For the show.
For the show.
Gotta specify.
It's intended to be for the show anyway. So thank you and good luck out there. And with that, I'll end the stream.